Alrighty. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Style Esports. My name is Shinkari, and here we are. Here we are in game number 3. Here we are in game number 3 of ZMG Venom versus Banana Brawlers. This is the finals of the Ish Hall bracket. Now, if you're joining us for the first time, it took ZMG Venom nearly 50 minutes to take their W in game number 1. In game number 2, Banana Brawlers wasted no time taking us to game number 3 in less than 24 minutes. They picked an early game comp, we were able to pop off with it, and did a really good job. Awesome, real good job by Banana Brawlers, real good job by ZMG Venom, but now here we are in game number 3. And if you don't know, this is a best of 5, so this is still not yet match point here for ZMG Venom or Banana Brawlers. We are only halfway into the series, as now Yasuo is banned away by ZMG Venom, going to take away more of these mid lane picks from Temtem, opting to not ban away the Volley Bear this time around, making sure that Yasuo is not able to be played this game. Jinx is going to be the final ban by Banana Brawlers. This does open up ZMG Venom to finally lock in the misfortune here for Zark 100, and they're going to take that 100% of the time. This is the champion that brought them to victory against Spacey Groove earlier on last week. Let's see if they're able to do so once again. But this does kind of lock them in to picking around the misfortune. This misfortune here. Oh, did we go down for a little bit? It looked like we dropped the stream for a little bit. So glad y'all stuck around because we're still going strong here in this game. Here we are. Game number 3, ZMG Venom versus Banana Brawlers. Senna is going to be locked in for the Banana Brawlers. Here, once again, we're going for some later game team fighting comps. Here is Senna is locked in. Not exactly known for her early game, but is known for her potentially infinite scaling. As now, let's see, Seraphine going to be locked in as well. So this is going to be a long game, folks. I hope y'all are strapped in, strapped up, and buckled in, because we are going to be here for a while. Senna and Seraphine together is a bot lane that does do pretty well. It does also lend itself towards Seraphine being the farmer in this case and going for a fasting Senna, which does allow her to pick up her souls a lot quicker. Volley Bear being locked in for ZMG Venom here, which means they will have that aggressive top laner once again. But the last time that we saw Leo the Ravager on the Volley Bear, he was having to use that ultimate defensively a whole lot. Was not able to be a whole lot of really offensive with that Volley Bear as he would like. So once again, ZMG Venom on this kind of late game scaling team composition is Shen locked in for Banana Brawlers once more. Now, man, Trundle is going to be banned away by Banana Brawlers here. Good choice. ZMG Venom is really strong on that Trundle pick in, but Master Yi once again is available. So if ZMG Venom wants to go for a pick like that, they can do so. Belveth, the other big champion for Rengoku, is going to be banned away here. And, you know, we still have one more ban left for ZMG Venom, maybe, or for Banana Brawlers here. Maybe they ban away the Yi. But they have been known to ban away that Galio. That's been something that they've been looking at this past couple times. Victor is going to be banned away. Orianna is going to be the answer. Now, Banana Brawlers does have their pick of the litter here. They should be able to grab either their mid laner or their jungler. I think they might go for their jungler here. They have been leaving their mid laner for last here. So Xin Zhao is going to be a really good lock-in. Another early game jungler here. Really good at getting those first early ganks off. The wind becomes lightning, followed by audacious charge is a very, very good ult pairing for those level 2, level 3 ganks, and does do well into getting those early kind of low, those early single target camps to be focused down pretty well. So Xin Zhao, definitely a good jungler here, is now ZMG Venom. Looking for the Silas here. That's actually pretty interesting. There's a lot of strong ultimates to grab from the enemy team, but I don't know. Man, it's kind of back and forth because there are good ultimates to steal, but at the same time, there aren't, right? Silas is usually better at taking damaging ultimates or even some ultimates that kind of like do half and half, right? Silas here is going to be probably looking to steal either Seraphine or Senna ultimate, maybe Shinzao ulti, right? Set. Going to be the lock-in for ZMG Venom here, another champion that they use to their benefit up against Spacey Groove here up in the top lane, which means Volibear is going into the jungle. Could also be that Set is going into the jungle as well. We could see. We have yet to really confirm where all these characters are going as of yet, but they're still pretty flexible here. I am going to maybe argue that Set is a better top laner than Volibear, but Cassiopeia going to be locked in for Banana Brawlers here. So this does confirm that Seraphine and Senna are going into the bot lane. Shen is going top lane, Shinzao is in the jungle, and Cassiopeia is in the mid lane. This does also mean that we're going to see a bit of a later game from Banana Brawlers as well. There are a couple champions that do like building tier items here. There are going to be Senna, who is an infinite scaler and wants some time to pick up souls before she really becomes online. And on the other side, we have a Misfortune who, you know, is basically able to pop off the second that she gets a really big lead. So the pacing of whether or not ZMG Venom is an early game team or a late game team really comes down to how early they're looking to pop off. However, we're going to get right into Champion Select here. No problems on the stream side this time around. Okay, there we go. Banana Brawlers is on the red side, ZMG Venom on the blue. And here we are getting ready to go into this next game here. So let's talk about some lane matchups, shall we? Assuming Set is going into the top lane, Silas is going mid, Volibear is going jungle, and then Misfortune and Braum are in the bot lane, then this is going to be how I assume each matchup is going to go. Set versus Shen. Shen has a much easier time against folks who are more reliant on those auto attacks, right? And Set really wants really long engagements. Set wants long engagements to build up his grit meter in order to turn that into a nice big haymaker. Shen wants to come in, hit you once, get his grasp proc, and leave, right? Shen doesn't want really long engagements. He doesn't really benefit from them, right? So this is going to be a set of trading style that's definitely going to benefit the Shen for the top lane. And even if it is Volibear that goes into the top lane, that still kind of rings relatively true here. And even rings more because Shen can dodge Volibear's kind of modified auto attack that turns into a stun as well. So definitely a good matchup for the Shen up in the top lane. And this is when they throw me the real curveball and say that's the Cassiopeia top lane. But it's not going to be Shen up in the top lane. Now we got Shinzao versus what I assume is Volibear. Yep. So Volibear is... It's interesting. I think this matchup is relatively even, although I think it might be a little bit more favored towards Shinzao, just because the 3 Talon Strike just gives him a little bit better early game of fighting. And the wind becomes lightning means that he can engage from much farther away. This might be just, you know, there are a lot of cases where, like, if Shinzao and Volibear meet each other, Shinzao can just, like, kite Volibear a little bit better just because the wind becomes like Silas versus Cassiopeia in the mid lane. Once again, the traditional ranged versus melee matchup is going to come into account here, where Cassiopeia is going to have a bit of an edge onto Silas. The moments where it won't is when Silas is able to get past the minion wave and dive onto Cassiopeia. Cassiopeia is really going to have to rely on her miasma in order to make sure that Silas can't dive on top of her. Because if he does, he has a lot of tools in his kit in order to heal a lot of the damage that Cassiopeia does to him. And being able to turn that around pretty quickly, has the decent chunks of burst damage. Cassiopeia is usually not able to deal with it, right? So it all depends on how Silas is going to play this matchup, but is mostly favored towards Cassiopeia, in my opinion. Taking a look at the bot lane now, Senna, Seraphine versus Braum and Misfortune. This could be the way that ZMG Venom wins this game. Senna and Seraphine are looking to kind of forfeit this early game and not really do a whole lot. They want to farm, they want to build up, they want to get into this mid game. Misfortune wants to get a lead as soon as possible. So it's really going to come down to how Marty I'm Scared and Zark 100 are going to play this early game. Now, Case and Arisen Valkyrie have been pretty aggressive these past couple of games, but they're going to have to dial it back at least a little bit in order to make sure that Misfortune and Zark doesn't accidentally get like a big lead in that bottom lane. They need to be careful of how they play this, because if you make a team that really only has Xin Zhao for the early game, and you're looking to build a couple tier items, you're looking to build maybe a couple tier items, maybe you're even looking to go into the mid game, you don't want to give Misfortune a lead, especially against a team that is mostly pretty squishy, right? Xin Zhao's first item is typically a Gore Drinker, which doesn't really have a whole lot of resistances on it. And even after he's finished building his mythic item, he's going to go into more of a bruisery build that might have some armor in it, but won't be full tank. Shen is more likely to go full tank and grab a Titanic later, right? And this is important because Misfortune can go into a lethality build if they choose it, right? And the big thing about that, the big reason why the lethality build is so important for this time round is because there's nothing to really stop Misfortune from ultimating, right? You have to play Cassiopeia and get really close. You have to play Xin Zhao and flank, right? There's not a lot of ultimates, but it's really only Seraphine. And it really is going to come down to how boring Arisen Valkyrie wants to play in order to stop Misfortune from ulting. That is going to be the big thing for me, right? How boring does Arisen Valkyrie want to play, and how are they going to be saving their ultimate specifically for Misfortune? If the answer is no to any of those things, then Misfortune is going to have an easier time with building the lethality build and going through with that kind of mentality of like, I'm just going to press my ultimate, and if you are anywhere around it, then you are screwed, right? And this is really good to match up with Silas stealing either Seraphine ultimate or Cassiopeia ultimate. You know, this is really good with Braum Glacial Fissure as well. There's a lot of good things to line up for this Misfortune lethality build here. So it's really going to come down to, you know, this bottom lane is really going to come down to how boring Seraphine and Senna want to play and how aggressive Braum and Misfortune want to play. It's really going to come down to that. Because if Misfortune is a snowballing character, if she's able to get a lead early and keeps and maintains that lead, it's really, really hard to stop her. But if she falls behind, she feels it double. So we're going to take just a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to be on the rift of game number 3 of ZMG Venom versus Banana Brawlers. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this. Alrighty. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Style Esports. My name is Shinkari. Here we are on the Rift. Game number 3. ZMG Venom versus Banana Brawlers. We've got ZMG Venom on the blue side, Banana Brawlers on the red. And I have once again forgot to bring up the scoreboard. Talk to the scoreboard one more time. Let's see if it brings it up. Hopefully it doesn't bring up the timeline as well.
Minions have spawned.
Where's that scoreboard? Come on. Come on, baby. Come on, bubby. Come on, boopy. Where's the scoreboard? Scoreboard. Show me their scoreboard. There we go. There we go. All right. Scoreboard ready to go. We got both folks in here. Let me see if... Just do this, and then do this, and then do this, and then see if that fixes the problem that we have. There we go. Alrighty. Here we are. Game number 3. Once again, Temtem wasting no time, doing a whole lot of all right. You have a kind of expected start from the Xin Zhao, a less than expected start for the Volibear here, as Volibear is opting for a full clear. Xin Zhao might look for maybe a full clear, although it might seem he might go blue Gromp, Wolves, red gank. Just make sure he gets level 3 for that first gank up in that top half of the map. There's a Risen Valkyrie and Case one more time. Still pretty aggressive. Just need to be careful. Again, Misfortune. I think I've belabored this point a lot. Misfortune is a snowballing champion. If she gets a lead, it's gonna be real hard to shut her down. You might be like, hey Alex, that's every champion. It's like, the snowballing champions feel it double. Snowballing champions, if they're able to get a lead, feel the leads double. But if they fall behind, they also feel the disparages double. So, kind of the philosophy there. Is Hellblaze looking to get onto Temtem here. Hellblaze really is going to have to play around that Miasma cooldown now that we're looking at level 3 here. Important to note, Temtem did opt for Cleanse this time around, so they have one less teleport on the enemy team on the Banana Brawlers than ZMG here. Is Xin Zhao finally making their way up into the top lane here. The wind has become lightning. There's the audacious charge. 3 Talon Strike, knocking him into the air here. That's going to be a good face breaker, pulling Rengoku in. Has forced to flash away. The Haymaker is not going to land as King Demon coming in from the side here. Graf trying to block for him. Not going to be able to do it this time. His first blood is picked up by King Demon. Is now a lightning comes down. Graf Reflect trying to get away as best he can. The shield comes through. Flash. Auto attack. Hellblaze picks up a kill for themselves. It's 2-0 up in the top lane. Really good job by the blue team here as Temtem here to respond, maybe catch a wave for the team as well. Make themselves just a little bit up more gold. Shen finally teleports back. Now their way back to the wave as they now have to deal with the fact that this Silas is a lead now. Marty, I'm scared, jumping in front. Case looking for a little bit of damage. Good block. Let's get a lot of trading in the spot lane, but still relatively even. I really like what Graf Reflect is doing at this stage right now. Freezing the wave on his half of the map here means that he can spend his time gathering up this CS. It also means that Set has to walk all the way to his turret in order to get that there. Again, gives him some time to catch up in CS. Now down only 4 means that he's down a little bit less than half, a little bit more than half the wave here. He's looking to fight Leo the Ravager here. Good on one-on-one, dodges the Haymaker here. That shield is going to keep him alive from those minions just a little bit longer. Alrighty. As this game continues to slow down just a little bit, Graph Reflect. Okay, gonna take just a little bit of damage on the other end of that haymaker there. Looking at about 550 in this game right now. Temtem trying to deal some damage on a Hellblaze here. Wasting no time. These two really are duking it out a whole lot. Now Hellblaze really has a lot more of an advantage here as Temtem pops Conqueror. Not really in an advantage, in a state to really push that advantage more than they'd like here. Graph Reflect once more time, fighting Leo the Ravager up in this top lane. And this is exactly what we were talking about here. Leo the Ravager doesn't really have enough time to build up that grit meter. Really doesn't have enough time to build up the fact that he can throw out those huge haymakers here. Graph Reflect coming in for those small little engagements, booping once or twice, getting their way out of there. Problem is now, Set is slowly building up a much larger CS lead than Shen would like here. He's already have 2 assists in the lead, and now he's a bunch of CS in the lead as well. Temtem trying to turn this around. Great Cassiopeia ultimate. Hellblaze answers, but Temtem not going to go down this time, flashing away at the end of that. So both ultimates spent, and both flashes spent. Just quite yet in this mid lane. 700 gold separate this stage. And now we continue the fight. Continue the back and forth as neither of these teams have taken a real big advantage just yet. Temtem still in the lane here. That was a mistake. Hellblaze going to be able to find a kill for themselves as Temtem stays just a little too long in the mid lane. Now they continue to try to push onto this bottom half. Zark snared up here, going to be able to grab a soul from that as well. They've already taken a decent chunk of damage. Case. Looking at about 22 souls to start off here. They're getting closer to that kind of break point where Senna starts getting those auto attack range increases, which is definitely going to be very powerful for later on here. Let's Graph Reflect. Fighting Leo the Ravager one more time here. Going to get a big haymaker shield for themselves, but this Grasp of the Undying is making sure they can stay in the fight, but they've taken a little bit too much damage from the minions here. Not going to be able to heal through that. Volibear waiting in the wings right here. Showing up. Case in some trouble here. Going to pop that ultimate, but now it's Arisen Valkyrie's in trouble. Does not have that ultimate available. The Thunderstorm comes down, and King Demon is going to be the one picking up the kill this time. Now, it's ZMG Venom in the driver's seat of this early game. Rengoku shows up to Leo the Ravager here. Flashes forward. Third Talon strike, but can't quite land the knockup. This is going to be Stand United coming across here. Dashing forward. There's a good taunt. Pulls them forward. Showstopper pulls them underneath the turret. A shield for themselves as well. Rengoku looking for a little bit more. Leo the Ravager coming across. Senna ultimate is good. They secure the dragon. No kills up into the top lane, but it was really, really close. They're going to be able to back away, grabbing a dragon for themselves. A Hextech Drake is going to be the one Drake for this first one. The Ocean Drake is next, which means we have Mountain, Infernal, and Cloud on the docket this time round. Yeah, this top lane not exactly looking good for the Shen right now. Down 18 CS. That's nearly 3 waves of CS right here, and we kind of see that happen a whole lot. When we pan over to Shen. Shen is more focused on trying to get Leo the Ravager out of lane and bully him as much as possible than he is concerned with getting the CS. And that might be to his detriment the longer this kind of this laning phase goes on here. You know, he's down in gold. He should be focusing more on killing those minions than he is on killing Leo the Ravager. I don't think you're in a position right now to try to kill him. You're behind. He has some defensive items as well. He's got lifesteal. He's got Pact and Healing. Is now Rengoku in some trouble here. Pops the ultimate in order to try to fight King Demon. But here comes Hellblaze in from the side. Arisen Valkyrie is here as well. That's a double charm. Really good to get Hellblaze right there. Really close, but can't quite find the damage that they're looking for. They're going to be able to get this Crab. They're going to be able to get this Rift Herald as well. But look at what they're losing in response as well. Immediately shoving the bot lane here, grabbing some plates for themselves. I'm surprised they don't go for more. It's not really like Senna can stop them. but still able to get a plate for themselves. Temtem and a Risen Valkyrie showing up in the mid lane here. As we can continue this game here, Case going into the mist, going to give themselves a little bit of cover. Yeah, once again, Graph Reflect spending a whole lot of time fighting Leo the Ravager here. Once again, you take a look at the top lane, 21 CS separates these two folks here, which is definitely more. It's just 3.5 waves now separates these two, and that's a real big number. I don't think you need me to tell you that is a lead that is quite substantial. Because now that's going to be a great showstopper to pull them back in. As Hellblaze is taken real low here. Temtem trying to live for as long as they can, but not going to be able to take them down this time. Senna ultimate comes across, going to be able to find the kill onto Silas here. As now Senna R is taken down as well. Leo the Ravager throwing out that Haymaker. Graph Reflect still pretty low, still staying inside the minion wave. Could be their detriment here. Now, yeah. Now, granted, if there's any saving grace in terms of CS, Senna and Cassiopeia are either tied or in the lead in their respective lanes. The problem is Silas is up 3 kills. And the only thing Cassiopeia has in her pocket right now is an assist. Now, granted, this is a team that, once again, wants to scale into the later game. But, if they're not able to get there, then, that's the big thing that breaks the camel's back, right? The whole concession here is that we are probably not going to win the early game, but we are going to win once we get into these team fights, because we have a much better team fight than they do, right? We have Shen, we have a double teleport. With his double teleport, we're able to get to these fights a lot better. What would be a 4v5 turns sometimes into a 5v5. But they have to get to that stage first. They have to get Temtem to finish off their tier item. They have to get Senna enough souls. They have to get Seraphine some items under her belt, especially cooldown reduction in AP. Right? And it's already proven to be a little bit hard at this stage. The gold difference between these two teams is only 600. But, we've seen how well Banana Brawlers does from ahead. We've seen how long it takes ZMG Venom in order to close out games. We have a teleport coming in from Silas here. They're looking to turret dive. King Demon does have that ultimate available. They've rooted them up. Here comes the dash in. That's going to be the challenge. That's going to be the charm as well. Glacial Fissure comes across. But that's going to be the answer in response from Silas, stealing the Seraphine ultimate. But now these HP bars are real low. Hellblaze goes down underneath the turret, as now Case is looking for the rest. But take a look at this mid lane here. Cassiopeia has taken the first turret of the game while they were distracted getting these kills in the bottom. I think you take that trade every day of the week, because now it's Banana Brawlers who are in the lead. Leo the Ravager. Graph Reflect. One more time up in the top lane. We're doing the same old song and dance. Luckily for Banana Brawlers, Volibear did not look to try to grab the Ocean Drake while it was up. And now Case and Arisen Valkyrie here. Going to take a bit of damage from this bullet time here as that wave is finally cleared out. Temtem coming in here. Good taunt. Gonna use that miasma. Gonna take him down really low here. Good Cassiopeia ultimate, but it's dodged by Leo the Ravager. Not gonna be able to stop them this time though. So they're able to find the damage to finish them off. But now the bot lane is in some trouble because Silas is roaming down there and Volibear is in the vicinity. Xin Zhao is there, but they might look to try to steal this Drake here. Seraphine doesn't have a whole lot of mana, neither does Senna. Senna does have the ultimate available though if they're looking to try to do something. Hellblaze did steal the Rengoku's ultimate. now they're diving in. That's going to be the challenge, knocking Martium scared away. But now Arisen Valkyrie is dealing with Zark as the rest of the team is dealing with the blue team in the center here. That's a good amount of damage reduction for Hellblaze here. Graph Reflect is teleported in, but now they're trying to finish off Hellblaze. They can't quite do it. That's the last bit of damage they're finally looking for here. Senna Ultimate is going to keep Graph Reflect alive for a little bit longer here as Martium scared, still trying to run for their lives. Temtem has finally shown up into the fight as Leo the Ravager gets that shield for Save Alive for a little bit longer. There's the showstopper right there, and look at where Case is doing such a good job of staying outside this fight, and now they're here. That's going to be the snare coming down. King Demon still pretty low. Zark still pretty healthy as well. Does not have that bullet time available. Let's see if Case still wants to fight this. They're pinging. They're throwing out pings. Case coming in here, getting some good first damage here with Zark immediately on the return. Case finally outranges Misfortune here, but it's not going to be able to do a whole lot. Seraphine is now joining the fight as well. I don't think they're going to be able to steal this Ocean Drake away. They do have a teleport. They might be able to find a kill on the King Demon here. This might be a little bit greedy of a teleport. They're coming through. They're going to be able to find the kill on the Volley Bear here. The mountains rise. And now Mountain Drake is the soul of this map. Shutdown for Rengoku as well. And this gold, once again, still in the favor of Banana Brawlers after that fight. As now, you take stock of where we're at. 1640 into this game. 10-7. Kills in favor of ZMG Venom, but gold in favor of Banana Brawlers. They even have first turret to put under their belts as well. They don't have the Drakes, but they do have the monies. We do see the blue team. I like this lane swap that they've done right here to bring Misfortune and Braum over to this top half of the map in order to contest this Rift Herald. Seraphine probably is going to make her way slowly up there. That's probably going to be where we're going to see her next. She did opt for the Moonstone Renewer, so it's going to be a big healer for her team. But the red team here looking to contest this this thing is Graph Reflect. Might have shown just a little too early here. Dark 100 making it rain, slowing them down just a little bit here. I don't know if they're looking to contest here. If they do want to contest, they have to do it soon. I mean, it's already gone because Shannon already left. That's going to be the challenge coming in. Temtem already used the Miasma here. They've used their ultimate, and now they're stuck. That's going to be a good showstopper there in order to bring them to shutdown as well. Our Arisen Valkyrie has shown up, and Show has Case, but the fight is long gone, and that's going to be the Rift Herald going over to ZMG Venom here. It is going to swing the gold into their favor. However, it is only 200 gold, so it's nothing to write home about. But it does lead to more advantages as it gets dropped into the lanes here. So I'll have to see where it gets dropped. I think it would be best to drop it top lane in order to unlock the set here. Misfortune is 3-0-4, so maybe unlocking her in the bot lane might be advantageous as well. But really, it might just be better to put pressure on the bottom half of the map so that you have better control over Baron, which is going to be spawning in about a minute here. And this is a note to everyone in the chat. If you are looking to get more advantages over Baron, it's best to shove in bot lane, because sometimes Baron is just how you win the game. So if you take out the inhibitor bot lane first, even though you don't open up as much of the map as mid lane does, you still end up getting a lot of pressure on the bottom half of the map, taking away from the Baron buff. They're going to have to answer your super minions, right? So just getting that pressure in the bot lane should be able to help you grab that Baron. The same is true for top lane and Dragon. So depends on what you want to focus on for your team. Speaking of Dragon, minute and a half and towards our first Mountain Drake of the game. This is going to be a very important contest for the Banana Brawlers here. As as you can see, ZMG Venom already has those two dragons available for them. Goku coming through, King Demon for something that's going to be the ultimate from Shin Zhao here, trying to fight, but he doesn't do a whole lot of damage here. They're going to be forced to back away. Hellblast diving onto the back of the team. Good charm onto the blue team here, but they're not going to be able to get away. Rengoku taking up that Bullet Storm here as Graph Reflect is going to die. after immediately coming into this fight. Arisen Valkyrie now trying to run for their life here as they're flashing forward, looking for the stun, going to be able to get that huge damage, going to be able to close that one out. As now, take a look at Temtem, up into the top lane one more time, trying to take that turret. As now, they have Shelly shoving in the mid wave here. They might lose a lot more turrets than they were hoping to trade for as Cassiopeia continues to split push into the top lane here. They might even get a third. They might even get a third turret here if they play this right. But looks like they're just trying to get the charge and back away. As now, here we are. The dragon has spawned here, and this is going to be the next big fight here. Banana Brawlers has already started up the Drake here, and it's up to the blue team to answer. That's a really good position for a Seraphine ultimate there. Is basically able to get there with no punishment. That's going to be the showstopper here, bringing Graph Reflect into the team here. Haymaker coming across, but Graph Reflect is going to be able to survive for just a little bit longer here. Seraphine ultimate to respond, but Marty I'm Scared is going to do a real good job of blocking that up for them. Case is doing a real good job of dealing the DPS here. Really going to scare away the blue team a lot as they're finally pulled away. They're going to reset here and maybe look for a steal over the wall. It's now. Here we go. Okay. Graph Reflect is going to back. Wait for an okay, they're just going to teleport in. As here comes Hellblaze into the team here. Going to pick up that Cassiopeia ultimate as now he's gone just a little bit too far forward, and this time his positioning is going to get punished easy. As now the Mountain Drake is going to go over to the Banana Brawlers here as they pick up another kill for themselves. 16-9. They're going to be able to pick up their first Drake of the game. Man, it was a real good job by Banana Brawlers here. Maybe staying a little bit too long for ZMG Venom. I feel like you just let that one go. It's their first Drake. Not really that big of a deal. And, yeah. It's like, hey, we lost this. Let's not give any more gold. But, you know, they're willing to take the risk, and, you know, I'll give it to them. Now, 404, Senna not found until directed camera decides to go on top of it. Well, yeah, once again, Case and Zark have been doing such a good job of knowing the spacing that they need to take in order to be successful in these team fights here. So really, really hats off to both the AD carry players of these teams here. Rengoku looking for Zark, but Misfortune is real fast. I don't think you'll be able to catch up to them. As the rest of the team is looking to respond here, Marty I'm Scared catches out Graph Reflect, and now they might be in some trouble because here comes the rest of the team to collapse on top of the Shen here. Arisen Valkyrie is over the wall, throws out a slow. They might be able to get to it. Okay, there it is. They hit the blast cone. They're out of there. Takes a lot of folks with them. Just a little bit of a greedy investment there. Now, 23 minutes in. This is when Banana Brawlers were able to finish off that game before, but now this might be a ZMG Venom win in about 17 minutes if we hang out here long enough. Now we're taking a look. Here we go. We're going to grab some turrets here. Good time to pick those up as now these are just falling one by one here. This is really going to be ZMG Venom's time to really try to close out this game, because the longer this goes on, the more that Senna will be able to catch up, the more that Temtem will be able to catch up as well. Remember, Temtem has finished that tier item, so now this is a big power spike for them. You know, they might be down in gold because they don't have a lot of kills, but they definitely have a lot of gold value in their items. Oh, they're going to pick up a third item now, too. They have foregone boots. They don't even have boots. They're just going right for it. Who needs boots? I have a snake tail. By the way, where am I going to put those boots anyway? Huh? On my hands? Oh, I'm going to walk around on my hands? Cassiopeia wouldn't be caught dead walking around on her hands. All right. I say that, but I think she does that for like one of her taunts or something. I'm fairly certain it's like her taunt or like her joke or something. I'm not sure. Regardless, let's do a quick check-in on the amount of souls that Case has. Case, how many souls you got? We got 84 here. Remember, about every 30, it increases her her attack range. So that is definitely, it's either every 30 or every 25. But still, regardless, this is still just, you know, a really thing to take note of. I think it's 40. I think it's 40 for her range increases. But yeah, we're really gonna have to take a look at that because 84 is a lot right now for a non-fasting Senna. So remember, Senna is an infinite scaler. The longer this game goes on, the more chance that Banana Brawlers have a chance to get back into this. And we've seen how even these games can go. 26 minutes in. Up 1.7k gold. ZMG Venom. Third seed of this tournament here. Having to crawl their way through here, through the loser's bracket. Is now up against the final of Banana Brawlers, the fourth seed of this tournament, who did nothing but steamroll their way through the winner's bracket. We're in game number 3, tied 1-1. Both these teams continuing to fight as we now have Baron on the docket. Red team looking to respond here. We're looking below 50% HP here for the Baron. If they want to go in for and engage, now's the time. That's going to be the Stand United. They're going to pull them back in. Blue team has secured the Rift Herald, as that's going to be a good charm coming across here. All these HP bars are pretty low, as now the red team able to deal the damage that they couldn't before. Hellblaze taken incredibly low. The wind has now become lightning, but Case is going to be the one picking up the kill there. 2 for nothing for the red team here. They're pinging down the dragon. They're making their way over. This is going to be the second Earth Drake in their pockets, and this is going to make it a lot harder for the blue team to take them down. A 4-stacked Earth Drake is so powerful. It is one of the best. Dragon Souls to have, and on a team that already has some resistances under their belt, and then to stack that up more with the Drake as well, and then get a big shield, this is going to be really hard for the blue team to deal with if they don't answer this correctly. Temtem gonna ground them down for a little bit longer here. King Demon still looking for the steal, goes over the wall, looking for the smite fight, gonna be able to grab it this time, use the ultimate to try to get over the wall. I don't think they're gonna have a whole lot of team in order to follow up on that as well. They're gonna make it away like bandits, as King Demon finally able to get that as well. Party I'm Scared is going to reset here. Interesting that they're choosing to do so, considering they have Baron. Interesting. Yeah, it's... I think what's bothering me the most about the way ZMG Venom plays is that how often they reset when they have Baron buff. They already wasted a bit of their Baron buff going over to fight Dragon, and then they wasted it more when they decided to reset a couple of their characters. Now they're wasting it a little bit more because Braum and Volibear are just farming the jungle. Like, I'm not quite sure what the idea is there. Like, this is your time to shove out waves. You have the Baron buff. That's why you fought so hard for it. Like, and now they have to, like, they're not going to get as much value out of this Baron as they'd like, as it's slowly starting to creep away. Let's take a look at how, yeah, like, this Baron buff is almost finished. It's got a quarter of the way. It's about 3/4 of the way done here. And they really haven't been able to grab any sort of important structures off of this as well. And so now they don't have waves pushed in their favor. They're not staying in lanes in order to continue pushing. It's just kind of there. They just kind of have it. You know, it's great that you were able to get the Baron buff and you were able to win that team fight, or at least be able to get away from the team fight to not completely lose it, right? But now you're in a situation where, hey, you need to do something with this Baron buff. And either they're too scared or they don't know what to do. And here's this big buff for your team, and it's gone. It's gone now. It is now gone. And now they're nowhere close to ending the game. 30 minutes in, 16-11, up 2,000 gold. The blue team Now might have to wait for the next neutral objective in order to start a fight. Might have to wait for the next neutral objective fight in order to get turrets. They're winning these team fights, they're getting these neutral objectives, but they're not converting it into any. And that's why these games are taking so long. Either ZMG Venom is playing super scared because this is a best of 5, it's the finals, there's a lot of pressure, they're on stream. You know, we saw that they went 2-1 last week, and now they're up against a team that, you know, went 3-0 throughout the entire bracket. Maybe they are playing scared, who knows? There's a difference between playing reserved and judging everything and thinking too much and not acting. Sometimes you got to take that risk. And if you have a 246 CS 4-1-7 misfortune with a team to back her up, sometimes you got to go for it. All right, here we are, taking stock of where we're at. 31 minutes into the game, 51.8k gold. They're 2.5 thousand gold in the lead. ZMG Venom. Three drakes to their name, and up one turret over their opponents. Banana Brawlers on the other end still hanging into this game, and the longer this game goes on, the more powerful they are going to become. As I'm not quite sure what Cassiopeia is building here. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what that is. Aegis plus... That's like a mythic item. That's like mythic items. A stone play Cassio? Oh my god. Alright, well... Here we go. Finally have a wave pushing in their favor. Top lane, Hellblaze. Let's shove that one in. Scout out some opponents here. As we got dragons coming in about 20 seconds here. Hellblaze has grabbed that Stand United, which should be able to get down into that bottom lane relatively easily. I think Rengoku might have sought it out. Leo the Ravager, this might be their opportunity. That's going to be Showstopper bringing Rengoku into the Dragon Pit here. That shield, that big immunity zone is going to keep them alive for a lot longer here. But now the blue team has to kite away, as that's going to be Cassiopeia picking up a kill for themselves here. Now these HP bars ticking down from those dots. They're going to have to back away here. But now King Demon, once again, can look for this smite fight. They just have to do a good job of pulling them all the way out. Rengoku, come on, all the way out. All the way out, come on. All right, well, they're going to pull it away about as far as they can as they continue to get it down here. King Demon getting some vision inside, goes over the wall here, maybe a little too soon. Smite fight comes through, and they smite too early, and the blue team is going to be the one picking it up this time. They're able to get that Earth Soul, but now they're losing their lives one by one. Red team comes out on top, 4 kills to none, but that's the second steal of the game, grabbing them the Earth Soul. The red team is making their way over to Baron. This might be their opportunity to turn it away. Yeah, holy moly. Alrighty. Because now, let's see what we can do here. Tied up in terms of gold. Blue team once again looking to contest. But they're not going to be able to steal away this one this time. King Demon's nowhere to be found. Baron buff is achieved by the Banana Brawlers here, and we've seen what they're able to do with this buff here. Let's see if they're able to see some similar dominance from them again here. 34 minutes in, 556.7 thousand gold. And now, let's see. I want to see how many souls Case has right now. 123. Which means their range is now increased by 120, which is insane. What if I can see their actual attack range? .720 range. Holy moly. Okay. Alrighty. Rengoku trying to nail down this mid lane turret here, but the blue team ready to respond to whatever push they've got going on here. Surprised that they didn't go forward a little bit more. Okay, they're going to pick up the Seraphine ultimate here. Because now, for a little bit more. Still can't quite clear out these waves. Take a look at the top lane here. Shen doing a good job of shoving in these waves. He's now... Why are you backing? Where are you going? What are you getting? No! You had a good push in the top lane, buddy. What did you get? You got a cloth armor? Okay, Rengoku is caught out now, and now he's in a whole lot of trouble. That's going to be the Stand United coming across from his team. That's going to be the Charm as well. Going to pull them back in. That's going to be the slow for them. Marty on Scares taking real low. Hellblaze might be in some trouble as well. The wind has become lightning. They're going to be able to pick up that kill as well. Leo the Ravager coming up from the top, coming down from the top lane here. Going to be able to secure that for just a little bit longer here. As now, let's see what they're able to do with this. This turret is going down real quickly. They might be able to secure. Do you think they'll be able to win the game off of this? No way, right? They have a 5 to 4 man advantage. These HP bars are still really high. That's a lot of damage on the King Demon right there. They have to play safe. Kesa attacks from so far away here. Look at the damage he was able to do onto that turret. Holy moly. 19 seconds on Hellblaze. If they want to get some damage onto these turrets, they're going to be able to do so really, really quickly here. Look at that. That's already one Nexus turret down. They're going to looking for a fight here. They're going to be pulling them in. They're looking for Senna, but they can't quite find it. Showstopper's going to get them onto the back line here, but they're still looking for him. King Demon has to peel away because they're just taking too much damage. They're going to be able to find another here. King Demon going through, gets that shield, but it's not going to be able to still take down Senna as the next fall. Now it's a complete opposite of 4 for nothing. Holy moly, Hellblaze is the only person left. Seraphine's charm comes through. Ace for the red team. And when we thought that ZMG Venom was going to turn it around, Banana Brawlers knocks it down in their face. 2-1, Banana Brawlers. Holy moly, what a game. This is exactly what I was saying. The longer this game goes on, the more powerful Banana Brawlers are going to become. And I don't think the ZMG Venom were prepared for the amount of damage that Senna was able to do there. It wasn't a whole lot of armor built by their team. And whatever they did build, you know, Kraken Slayer and Lord Dominic's and Blade of the Rune King was able to get around it. So we are going to cut to just a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to be in picks and bans of game number 3 of ZMG Venom versus Banana Brawlers. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this. Alrighty. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Style Esports. My name is Shinkari, and I got some backup. We got some last minute. We got someone heard the Soraka, like their Soraka passive went off. Like wee woo. Someone's low on HP. I need to go over there and get him. I got JK Juicy Kim here with me tonight. Juicy, how you doing, bud?
The Soraka pass thing is like, oh, okay, did not expect you're just gonna get me right to it. But yes, I feel really great knowing it's the finals. I'm really excited to see, like I said, some banger matches as always. But it's the finals, that this is totally gonna be an absolute banger. Looking forward for it.
Yeah, for sure. Now, let me give you the rundown of these two teams right here. ZMG Venom, they're 4-1, right? Coming into this game, they're the third seed. They had to fight their way through the lower bracket in order to fight the Banana Brawlers right here, who had a breeze getting through here. 3-0 is their match record coming into this, right? And here we are in game number 4. Banana Brawlers have taken the last 2 games. They're up 1 game. This is their match point right here. This is a best of 5, right?
Right.
So this is now their opportunity to close it out, but it is also ZMG Venom's opportunity to maybe turn it into a Silver Scrapes. Who knows? All I know is that if this is going to be a Silver Scrapes, if this ends up being a 50-minute game again, I am going to maybe scream, maybe cry.
It's
Who
okay.
knows?
It's okay. It's okay, Shinkari. I'm here to come for you anyways.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
okay.
yeah. In my
But
time of need.
I did see the games before then. I did see the games, and Banana Brawlers and ZMG Venom have what it takes to be a really capacitated, a fully potential finalist. And seeing them in their prime right now, like I see Banana Brawlers in that recent game where they picked a little bit of a CC backline of Senna, like non-fasting Senna, and the Seraphine itself, and I seen great plays, especially great shots from the Seraphine ult, especially you got the Seraphine ulting everyone, and the team fight happens right away. And all of a sudden, Volibear just jumps in. Like, I'm talking about the last minute game right there, last minute fight, especially where the Volibear managed to smite steal and get the soul. But at what cost? I feel like ZMG knows what their engagements are to focus on the objectives, but those drafts itself didn't really match what they're trying to focus upon. And I feel like maybe it's because Volibear was indeed a good pick, but the other ones like Silas and all that too, maybe was indeed a little bit like aggressive, where if you end up getting 2 in and you end up getting shot by Seraphine ult, you end up getting caught in the middle of the team fight and you end up losing anyways. And look, they barely, when we looking at the draft right now, they banned Seraphine, and that's good enough for them. So they're gonna have to focus on either picking Volibear once again to secure that team fight ahead of time, or I like to pick a top laner for this one. Aatrox. Aatrox would be a good pick for ZMG Venom.
Yeah. ZMG Venom opting to use their first pick here for a 4th ban, essentially, to take away Senna from the Banana Brawlers. Problem is, Banana Brawlers does have access to Bel'Veth, which is one of Rengoku's best junglers at 111 games and a 62% win rate. They could look for it here. I mean, it's been banned nearly every game in the second half. And if you want to kind of save, they've been opting to leave their final pick for the mid lane here. So locking in the Bel'Veth here wouldn't be too big of an issue here. But Leona is going to be the lock-in, which means we might get a Misfortune to follow it up as well.
Yeah, especially when ZMG Venom tried to pick Misfortune, it was actually pretty good the way Zarx, I think his name is.
Yeah.
Zarx absolutely demolished. Although not very much damage from the Misfortune, but the angle itself, which Zarx angled the MF ult, the bullet time on the team fights, was really good. And they're picking Ashe for that. MF would have been more stronger actually.
Yeah, I actually think that's pretty good. This is a classic. This is a season 4 classic right here. This is I have to brush off my my old Lemonation and Sneaky
Sneak
playbook
Senna.
here. Yeah, Ashe and Leona here, but they're gonna be countered by Senna, Tom Kench. Oh my god, it's season 4 versus season 12, baby. Let's go. I'm excited for this. Ashe and Leona is such a great lane to play. It's one of my favorites for sure.
And here's the best thing about Ashe and Leona, from what I experienced also. Ashe's W may slow, but Leona also gets in and what is it called, crowd controls. But on the other hand, Senna backlines, Tom Kench pokes and stuns with his Q2. So this is gonna be a matchup where one's gonna have to farm or one's gonna have to poke, one way or another.
Yeah, for sure. I'm also liking this Trundle lock in here. Trundle, once again, really good into teams that don't have a lot of mobility or don't have a lot of, or have some big tanks. And with this Maokai locking in as well, which could be going into the top, could be going into the jungle, you know, there's a lot of good targets for Trundle to start stealing stats away from here. And also the Leona as well. And not to mention Ashe and Maokai. Ashe, Maokai, Leona don't really have a way to get around Trundle's pillar here. So really good lock-in by ZMG Venom here. Liking the Maokai as well. Lots of CC, but I'm just wondering where Banana Brawler's damage is coming from. Because Ashe definitely does do damage, but it's definitely not her biggest priority here.
I think the focus is not around the Ashe itself. I feel like it's gonna be focused around the jungler, mainly because they want to give more comfort to Rengoku. Is Rengoku, right? I'm sorry, I'm just like Rengoku himself, and they banned Bel'Veth anyway. So with that comfort out in mind, I honestly think the best jungler to pick for this kind of situation would either have to be. It could be counter in a way. Wukong, Hecarim, or possibly Olaf.
Yeah, Olaf might be interesting here just to be able to run down Trundle and not give him another target. I guess my only... Man, it's just I want someone who just does a lot of damage. That's what I'm looking for right here. Just someone who's just pure damage, unmitigated, just so much. Just be able to take advantage of this Leona and Maokai CC and just go to town. And Cassiopeia,
they're picking all CC.
Yeah, definitely a little bit more CC, but you know, definitely is able to dish out some damage here. But we are starting to look at a team that wants to go, that doesn't really have a strong early game here, and they're going up against a Senna Tom Kench.
It's gonna be a draft of CC versus a draft of healing. Mainly because Senna can also heal from the backline, but Trundle also his healing Q is so insane. But Tom Kench though, if he builds enough, he just absolutely just doesn't die at all. Banana Brawlers are still ahead with 1 win, 2-1 match point. But and they're also picking CC. But looking at this healing comp, I like my healing comps, especially with this era of updates where we're facing right now, where healing is basically Aatrox. Thank you for listening to me, CMG. Healing is very important because if you manage to heal up during the team fights, you're never gonna die, especially if you're gonna have a good frontliner, which is like I mentioned, Aatrox, to come in the fight to take down any necessary like vulnerable champions like Ashe or Cassiopeia. Maokai can also, just because I stay alive, if he goes as a top laner. Leona is very much of a tank anyway, so just stays much ahead and just tries to CC anybody that just comes right towards Ashe or anybody else. But the picking Kayn, they're gonna counter out with the Kayn engage, maybe going either red for either knockup or possibly going for blue for the damage burst. And I'm looking forward for this kind of fight where it's gonna be Aatrox versus Maokai for sure, and Azir versus Cassiopeia. That's gonna be a whole lot of oh, I'm gonna wait until the jungler comes, which I'm gonna see on which jungler is just gonna manage to go in first and try to seize that moment of getting first blood.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting here as we get into the picks and bans. Yeah, this is going to be a certainly an interesting time here, as now we're getting into where these folks are going to be locked in here. I think we have a decent idea of where we're going. I'm just more of throwing a question mark at the Azir here for sure. Hell, this is possibly the most out of left field lock-in that we've seen Hellblaze do. Hellblaze has locked in a lot of different champions, but none of them are quite like Azir. You know, we've seen him play we've seen him last week play 2 games of Seraphine and a game of Anivia as well. And this time we've seen him play Silas. We've seen him play we've seen him play Silas. We've seen him play Malzahar, and we've seen him play the Victor as well. Azir is a really interesting champion to lock in here, and I don't think it's congruent with a lot of the champions that we've seen him play either. So I'm going to be throwing some question marks into this mid lane. Hellblaze will have a lot to prove to me, at least, to see if we're going to be seeing some pops off from this Azir here. But if he does, he's going to be putting a well-timed Shurima Shuffle will be a really good victory for his team and be able to really set them apart and really create more of this, hey, the opposing team doesn't really have a lot of ways of getting around terrain on the ground. So, once again, this is going to be something to take a look at.
I think I like the Azir pick, honestly, though, because he probably was understanding, oh, I made a mistake of going... Okay, okay. I swear these teams. I don't know if you guys seen it or not, but they're hovering Ivan right now, and that gives me a heart attack because I was like, Ivan itself is actually pretty wonky, but he's also pretty good at making sure like CC wise, like Ivan damage or not is still unstoppable. He's still really good, even when his Daisy ult that just jumps out and knocks you up the third time. I'm really scared of Ivan no matter what. But the reason, okay, I'm gonna go back to the reason why I like Azir for this one, for Hellblaze, is because he probably understands the last game that he was going too much engage on as a Silas, and he wanted probably like just to come back. He probably saw the 1v3 humanoid kind of thing when he went Silas too. But I think he understood that he just wants to go disengage and be more safer, and I respect that, especially if you're gonna go with a late game comp to build Trundle and to build Aatrox, then that's really understandable to where I'm gonna be farming more. But at the same time, you gotta watch out for Cassiopeia's range. I think Azir Soldier can outrange Cassiopeia's autos. I can't really tell because I do not play mid, but I do play like a lot of AC and all that too. Knowing how much range matters, and Azir may outrange Cassiopeia, so you gotta position the soldiers correctly to where you can absolutely poke Cassiopeia and making sure that Azir has the opportunity to either, what would you call, disengage with the Shurima Shuffle, the ult itself, or possibly go for the engage, dive in with the Trundle, with the Aatrox as he teleports, or maybe so, or with the Senna, and you have a whole team come to where one or the other, top lane, jungle, or bot lane, one or the other, that duo can actually matters a lot for damage, and you could possibly win the game with that draft.
For sure. I mean, really, this Hellblaze lock-in here with Azir, I like that you've highlighted a little bit. I do want to disagree and say that, like, if he's looking to engage, like, that's really what this Azir is going to be for, right? If you're using the, I think the best way to use that Shurima Shuffle, to use that Emperor's Divide, is to get into the enemy team and displace them and separate them with a wall of terrain, right? And really that's going to set up Senna and Tom Kench to do really well as well. I mean, to me, both of these teams want to go rather late, but like I feel like we're not trying to scale up Trundle and Aatrox. We're trying to scale up Senna and Tom Kench here. I think King Demon should spend more time in this bot lane than he should up in this top lane. Leo the Ravager and Graph Reflect have been fighting so much, but Leo the Ravager has always been able to come out on top. He's just a little bit more experienced than Graph Reflect is, and he's playing the Maokai this time around. Maokai doesn't really have a good matchup into this Aatrox here.
And that's what I was looking for. And again, that's when I say Aatrox can teleport into the team fight. Trundle may go wherever he wants anyways, but I feel like if you want to get first blood rather so, I feel like Trundle should most likely focus Cassiopeia first, and then just abuse the bot lane more, because if you get the first blood on Azir, he can just manage to get ahead of the item race of a Cassiopeia. And yeah, just making sure Trundle just abuses the bot lane. This is fasting Senna, get more souls, get more range and attack speed for Senna. And at the same time, you gotta watch out for Ash's Leon the late game, where if they reach 6, that stun can absolutely hurt you because you don't know how long you're gonna be stunned for.
Yeah, for sure. This is definitely looking to be an interesting game, and we'll have to keep our eyes on it the longer this goes on. But we are going to take just a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to be on the Rift of game number 4. ZMG Venom versus Banana Brawlers. This is match point for Banana Brawlers. You don't want to miss it. We'll be right back after this. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Style Esports. My name is Shinkari. I'm joined by Juicy Kim, and here we are on the Rift of game number 4. ZMG Venom versus Banana Brawlers. Banana Brawlers, this is their match point. This is their time to close out the series, or will we be going to a game 5? ZMG Venom, this is their chance. Let's see how this game plays out. Juicy, are you ready?
I'm absolutely ready. And seeing how Ash is going to ADC Ghost Ghost as usual, I'm not surprised. But one thing I am surprised is seeing it is considered debatable, but I would preferably see Hellblaze go. Actually, no, both of these are going for team fights, so they're going for teleport. I don't know about Ignite though, about going for the mid laners. So what would you discuss about the mid laners though?
I think it's mostly fine. I think Cassiopeia and Azir are big team fighters anyway. Having Ignite, really you only need it on Arisen Valkyrie, especially if you're looking for it for specifically heal cut purposes or just the grievous wounds. Like you can just buy an item that does that. I think both of these teams would benefit really well from having early grievous wounds on literally everyone. Having Cassiopeia at least delay her or even Ashe delay their mythic item in order to pick up an Executioner's Calling or an Oblivion Orb is going to be really important in this game.
Yeah, and I'm seeing some fights going on from top lane and bot lane anyways. What I like about the bot lane from Tahm Kench and Senna is that they're actually going for the Exhaust and Ignite. Senna obviously is not going ADC, so she's not obviously going to go Ghost. Ashe, meanwhile, is going Ghost, and Leona going Ignite. So it is going to be a 2v1 spell kind of like bait going on. So if possible, one of them ends up if one of them, Tahm Kench or Senna ends up using Exhaust or Ignite, it's gonna be all right since they have the other one to go back up with it. But if Ashe ends up using Ghost, that's gonna be a huge disadvantage for Ashe right there. So it's gonna be depending on whether or not Ashe is gonna poke that to pose either Senna or Tahm Kench around. Or in the case that Tahm Kench and Senna is gonna end up baiting Ashe and catch her themselves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really going to be important to see how this early game plays out because Case is more dependent on getting these early leads than the Senna is, right? Senna. Ooh, wait a minute. Graph on the top. Okay. I think it's just a trade back and forth. Case is going to be more dependent on these early trades here. That's going to be the Ignite coming
Leona?
Case here's Marty. I'm scared is taken incredibly low. First blood is going to be drawn by Leona here. They're now looking for a little bit more. Zark 100 is in some trouble here. Case is looking for a little bit more. Rengoku is showing up. That's
no
going to be the
way.
dashing forward underneath the turret. Not going to bother them one bit. Ashe is picking up the kill. 2 kills in the bot lane. 1 for Leona, 1 for Ashe.
Yeah, as expected of the CC, they had to go aggressive, and I like that they're just gonna focus on getting their kills early game and then just making sure they want to keep in pace with the late mid game. Like I said, past 6, they want to get the stuns, they want to get the ice arrow as much as fast as possible, along with the Leona stun. That I just want them to get that many fights as possible. But we'll see. ZMG might have a comeback anyways, but I want to see if that they're gonna go aggressive for Banana Brawlers anyways.
You are really hopeful for this game 5, huh?
I want Silver Scrapes, please.
It can't be Silver Scrapes because they already won a game. They already have a game. It can't be Silver Scrapes because it's not technically a reverse sweep.
I know, but here's the thing though. I don't know, as much as people want to say this, I'm actually Thousand Eyes has seen this firsthand, but I'm actually one of the caster cursors, so I could potentially say that ZMG I could potentially say that Banana Bros might win, but they end up losing anyways. So
Yeah,
we'll see.
Okay. Alrighty. I mean, yeah. That's definitely. I mean, you say you want to go to a game 5 like you haven't been casting the last 3 games by yourself. So
I know, but I'm looking forward for it. I'm looking forward for it.
Yeah, I mean, it would be exciting for sure. I mean, ZMG Venom have proven in the past that they have been able to turn series around, especially in what we saw last week against the groovy was it Space Groove? I believe it was Space Groove. Yeah, Spacey Groove. As yeah, this is really their time to shine here. Whether we're not, and they've got the team comp to do it, right? If there was ever a comeback king kind of a comp, you know, it's Tahm Kench Senna, right? They're really solid laners that can't really get bullied. That turn into you know, a late game powerhouse. It's just whether or not they get there. That's going to be the big question.
A nice trade in for the W for the Senna. I absolutely think that it is all possible for them to avoid the Leona anyways, and just as long as they avoid the E, because if she ever gets close in contact anyways and still connects, then that's gonna be bad considering how much damage Leona can do. Oh, seeing the fight right now. Oh, never mind. But like I said before, yeah, as long as the Leona doesn't proc with the E, oh,
Oh yeah, here comes the Hex Flash going right in. Zenith Blade on top of Senna here. That miss is not going to save you, but Case is looking for that. Flashes to the other side of the Abyssal Voyage. Good stun onto Zark now. They're in some trouble. Flashing over the wall.
Oh!
Zenith Blade follows. Case is looking for more. They've got the shield from the thick skin, but Case is not wasting a single arrow from that. They get 2 more kills in the bottom lane. Holy moly.
all right, I just cursed it. I just said, like, as long as they doesn't get poked and Leona ends up poking them. Ow. But
I
yeah,
mean,
that's what I'm saying before. It's dangerous for Leona to get connect with the E. As long as as long as Leona doesn't connect the E to anybody else, then the Senna and Tom King might have a chance. But because Leona managed to connect like that, like I said, it is a very dangerous route for them to actually just go for the fight. I feel like they should have just taken the run for it and be safe, or else they're just gonna die.
yeah, as now they're going to grab the first dragon of the map, Infernal. Ocean is going to be next, which means we have Cloud, Hextech, or Mountain for the soul of this map. You know, I actually don't hate a Mountain Drake or a Cloud Soul for either of these teams here.
I personally think that it is ability haste, right, for Cloud Soul.
Yeah, it's just movement speed.
Movements.
You go
just
fast.
movements.
Yeah, you get a bunch of movement speed when you pop your ultimate.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense to get ZMG to get the Cloud Soul because Azir does require to move a little bit faster to outrun any form like of stashing character like Kane or maybe Maokai. If he possibly time it correctly, he could just dive under and then catch people. But at the same time though, you also have Trundle and Aatrox who need that as a movement speed to actually catch up to any kind of team fight or any kind of objectives to fight along. And seeing Aatrox right now, oh.
Yeah, Graph Reflect might be in some trouble here. The heal cut is available and online for Graph Reflect here. King Demon is in some trouble. Rengoku goes over the wall, but he's going to be forced back in. Does have that Umbral Trespass if he wants to be able to get away. The damage is good. Here comes Temtem in for the side. Cassiopeia ultimate is going to stun them up. That's 1. Can they get 2? Flash over the wall. Double kill for Temtem.
Again, that would have been so close, but Kane just walks away with 1 HP once again, and ZMG just gets the better of it. But oh, never mind.
Yeah, Graph Reflect is in some trouble here. I don't think he's getting out of this one alive. Leo the Ravager is going to be the one picking up the kill in the top lane.
They're going aggressive like I expected, and they're actually pulling it off. And that's what I like to see. Like I said, the CC, so you have to go aggressive anyways to make sure they don't fall. They don't come back from it. But I honestly think that as long as they don't end up falling too much, it's already 6 kills, but it's still okay for now because it's still early game. Meaning pre-15, I would consider as much of a comeback statement. But as soon as it goes past 15 and you have no way out, maybe like 10 kills off of Banana Brawlers, then it might be a bit troublesome. But for now, I think that ZMG might have a chance to come back as long as, like I said, as for bot lane, Leona doesn't connect with the E. Cassiopeia just doesn't manage to help out Kane. As long as Toronto manages to get his healing, then everything should be okay.
Yeah, for sure. As now we're starting to see some of these heal cutting items come through for Banana Brawlers here. We have a Thorn Mail up in the top lane, and we have or not Thorn Mail, Bramble Vest rather, and an Oblivion Orb being built by the Cassiopeia as well. Still need to see a little bit more from the enemy team here, but Temtem wasting no time. Look at that damage on Hellblaze. Holy moly. Conqueror proc, he's got the DOT damage. Temtem. Holy moly.
I have no words. I have no words to say that. As soon as Cassiopeia just ran aggressive onto that, Azir just ends up not having any soldiers left within him. Azir's just dead. Yeah, for sure.
Yep. Yeah, this is Banana Brawlers. This is exactly how they won the second game. They got leads early and then they didn't let off the gas. And now they're looking at a team that wants to go late and they're just saying, hey, you're not even going to get theirs. Now we're trying to fight Leo the Ravager up in the top lane. That's going to be the Umbral Trespass onto Leo the Ravager here, forcing the way. And now it's King Demon.
Come on, Trundle, you can do it.
But now Rengoku is in some trouble here, as now Reflect is now in the 2v1 himself. That's going to be Leo the Ravager picking up 2 kills up in the top lane here. Temtem looking to revenge his teammates here looking to get some vengeance. Not going to be able to grab it this time, as the entire team is pulling away. I don't think he wants to fight Leo the Ravager at this stage. You don't have a whole lot of armor there, bud.
I would say so. That's a nice start. Oh.
Oh, Case is in some trouble. That's going to be the exhaust coming down with immediately the CC on the Marty. I'm scared here. Is taking him out of the fight. It's gonna have to be Zark just by himself. Case doing a good job of kiting backwards, putting themselves between the minions right here. Now Zark is in some trouble. Doesn't have a whole lot of AP. Doesn't have a whole lot of mana here. They're just going to use that shield to try to stay alive. But once again, 1-1. 2 kills in the bottom lane. And Temtem is on a rampage, picking up the kill in the top lane. That's 3 more kills in their pocket.
I don't think the bot lane's now listening, because again, they're still trying to go for the aggressive plays just to kill off the Ashe, but they don't realize Leona has stun. Do you not see that bot lane? Tom Ken just said, do you not see that Leona has stun CC? Especially when Leona has a far range CC for E and a close range CC for Q.
Yep. They're underestimating the value of all this CC that this Leona has available to her. The amount of peel, like this is why Ashe Leona is so good, right? Like you just have infinite numbers of peel. You have so many good like engages, and every time an opponent tries to fight you, you just peel backwards, make it your fight, and then you're fine. Rengoku might be in some trouble here.
And you know what
yeah.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say, you know what I mentioned before? How they said if it's 10 kills, it's a little bit troublesome. Look what's going on right now. It is 10 kills for Banana Brawlers and 3 kills all over for ZMG, but it is a 5k gold lead, pre-15 for Banana Brawlers, and they're already getting the first Drake, no, for the second Drake, and actually never mind. They're actually contesting for it a little bit.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit of an issue. Rengoku is below half HP here, but they do have all 5 members. Leo the Ravager does not. Ooh, Solar Flare into Enchanted Crystal Arrow here. Great knockup. Holy moly. Maokai Ultimate is going to come through as well. And now they're in some trouble. Hellblaze taken incredibly low. Rengoku is looking for a little bit more. King Demon is now the only member left alive. They can't quite land the slows. And it looks like this Trundle is going to be able to get away. Look at that CC chain as Cassiopeia is going to be able to secure the Drake as well. What a fight. Oh, Rengoku's looking for more. King Demon, that's the challenging smite coming down as well. Comes through, going to use that smite in order to try to live. But here comes a Risen Valkyrie. Senna ultimate is going to keep him alive for just a little bit longer, but the slow field is going to keep him inside. Good. Ooh, can't quite. Ooh, gets it just at the tip of the knockup. But Rengoku, stuck underneath the turret thanks to the Trundle Pillar, is going to give away a kill for himself. 1 for 1 around that moment. Not exactly what they were looking for, but still are able to get it.
Nice comeback from the Trundle, just making sure he wants to either, if I die, you die with me kind of style. And also, but also a little bit of great engage just to make sure that Kane took advantage of the weakened Trundle anyways, and as he tries to fight in the red buff itself, Trundle just smites making sure he stays safe, but he also has a flash, and as soon as Lito jumped in, that was perfectly timed for Trundle to flash right under tower, getting shot a little bit. But Leona managed to walk away, but Kane ends up taking the bait for that.
Yeah, for sure. Objective bounties now almost available for the blue team here. And now, let's see what we're looking for here. We're now taking stock of where we're at. 14 minutes into this game, up 5,000 gold, 10 kills, and 2 Drakes, and a turret to boot. It's Banana Brawlers, showing off why they were able to make their run all the way through the winners bracket, showing off why they are one of the best teams in the Ishtal bracket, showing off why they're able to take this game one more time. Graph Reflect looking for something here. Rengoku fighting King Demon here. Leo the Ravager.
1-on-1, I think Toronto wins.
Yeah, he's taken way too low here. That's going to be Nature's Grass coming across here.
I think
Toronto team coming through. No, there's no way they get out of this. Rengoku has to use that blast cone to get over the wall. Graph Reflect going to become the sacrificial lamb. Here comes a Risen Valkyrie and Case in from the side here. That's going to be the CC immediately onto them. King Demon trying to fight out Case here, but they're doing a good job of spacing.
Oh no, Ashe got caught.
Ravager actually on top of the Ashe. That's going to be the Emperor's Divide, knocking them into the air as now they've got nowhere to go. Zark 100 is looking for them as well, but the teleport came in a little too late. Now Temtem is in a bad position, trying to back away. Rengoku comes in with a nice knockup, but not going to be able to get the damage to follow through. It's going to be a 3-0 in favor of the blue team here. Temtem trying to grab one more kill for themselves. Might be able to do so. Not going to be able to grab it this time. They are able to back away.
Oh, that was so close. Cassiopeia just almost managed to get just a little bit close to getting Tom Kench's death right there, the Tom Kench's soul right there. But even so, Tom Kench walks away 1 HP. That was so close. But what I like about the whole engagement is that Kane cannot fight Trundle once he gets that ultimate, and he actually he absolutely sucks out the healing off of Kane when it was a 1v1. Kane absolutely cannot win that. I know for sure. Kane cannot absolutely win over a Trundle, but he managed to survive at least using his Gore Drinker. No, not Gore Drinker. He uses Q. That's right. He uses Q and so, but Aatrox managed to walk in, sucks out Maokai, and managed to get the kill. Ashe got caught, and that leaves out the more damage to ZMG to manage to complete itself to fight, and that's just ZMG's win itself. But now they're going for the Herald. I don't know if they're gonna. I think they're gonna complete it, but I don't think they're gonna lose that if they try to fight it.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. They've already thrown down the Solar Flare here, Arisen Valkyrie onto the backside here, and they're diving onto King Demon as well. That's going to be the reset from the...
Nope, never mind, that's the
right
fight.
there, as Rengoku is going to be able to find one right there. Leo the Ravager is taking incredibly low here as well, but that's going to be Kane going down. Hellblaze has just joined the fight. Now they're looking for a little bit more, but Marty, I'm scared, has nowhere to go. Triple kill for Tem. More like Tem. Am I right? Let's go. They're going to grab another kill for themselves. 3 for 1, and they're going to grab the Rift Herald.
I cast a curse at it again. I said they were gonna win. I said ZMG was gonna win that. I guess not. Oh, that's another. That's 2 times.
You just gotta stop predicting it. Just let it happen. Just let it happen.
But I honestly thought they could win that because Aatrox managed to push in, but because Cassiopeia just managed to suck out Trundle first, that was actually a good targeting system for Cassiopeia to target Trundle first, to getting removing the healing off of the jungler. Then Aatrox got nothing to really battle for because he has no Trundle to cover with, and therefore he can't really knock out anybody else, and ends up getting caught by a 4v1 quote, and ends up having to run away. Oh.
Ooh, there's a Shurima shuffle on a case here. This is a definite kill right here. There's no way to go. Marty, I'm scared, is going to be the one picking up the kill there. That was a really, really good pick, because now this dragon is spawning in about 5 seconds, and they're down an 80 carry.
Like I said, that's a good comeback, especially if you take on the damage of Ashe, then you pretty much, not really win the fight, but you pretty much stall it.
Yeah, I think you just let this go. Rengoku, though, scouting out, seeing how dangerous the field is, but I think they're just letting it go at this point. I don't think they want to really fight here. It looks like they're just walking away for the most part. I like what Cassiopeia is immediately pinging here onto this turret on the mid lane here. Gonna force them to try to either fight them or defend this turret. Honestly, real good job. Yeah, you don't need to fight the dragon. Ashe is gone.
I honestly think it's a really good trade too. That Malka gets the top tower versus Cassiopeia just managed to push down the wave herself. So it's gonna be a little more damage off of the second tier mid tower. But oh
yeah, Marty, I'm scared, just went a little bit too far forward. Don't mess with the snake. Oh my god. Yeah, don't mess with the snake. DOTs plus the Leandries there is gonna be able to find the kill on a Marty, I'm scared, and now we're looking at an 80 carry down for the blue team now, and they've got a there's a Shelly here as Rengoku comes over the wall. The mighty demon slayer of the fire breath comes in looking for a little bit more.
Oh no, is it a G2? Is it a G2 Hera call? This is a G2 Hera call.
That's going to be Solar Flare coming down here. Zarka's going to be the one stunned up as look at Case dealing so much damage that Tom Kench cannot leave. The catfish goes down, and now they're going to be able to pick up the Rengoku taking real low here. Are they dying?
So close. Nope, so close.
Ooh, not even close.
Did I say a nice trade? No, it was a nice. I can't say perfect, but honestly, it was perfect trade. Cassiopeia managed to go aggressive and he's taking not only the second tower, but also the inhibitor tower and the inhibitor itself, giving himself a huge lead, giving himself the super minions on the mid. And that gives up a little more opportunity to either secure the objectives of Baron. Actually, Baron's coming out right now, so it's actually going to be a Baron call, hopefully.
Yeah, I think they might be making this call just a little too reactively, as Arisen Valkyrie here might have gone a little too soon. Leo the Ravager might be in some trouble here, has popped that movement speed for themselves, trying to get away from this as best they can. Flashes forward, Rengoku gonna get the knock up, and here comes Maokai ultimate. He can't dodge away from all those kitty cats. Tem is legendary, 11-0-1 on the Cassiopeia, continues the rampage.
Again, they're still not respecting the Cassiopeia. The mid itself is, oh my gosh, 11-0 with 2 item power spike already. So that Cassiopeia, just like, if you keep feeding her, bro, she's just gonna one-shot you no matter what. So I feel like you guys need to play around the Cassiopeia a little more and just making sure you remove that damage. Actually, Cassiopeia the damage now, and focus either the CC of Ashe or possibly Kayn the healing, and maybe focus Leona and Maokai last.
Yeah, I mean, this is really going to be tough if you can't get onto that Cassiopeia, right? I feel like a lot of attention has been thrown onto Case, but I feel like Case is mostly just enabling Temtem in order to make sure they get. Oh no! Well, goodbye, Marty. Oh, okay. There's the enchanted crystal arrow as well. Marty, I'm scared might be fine here, but that's going to be a good twisted advance here. Marty, I'm scared is going to be taken down as Zark has to use that abyssal voyage in order to go over the wall here. And now. That's a free Baron.
Yeah. Free Baron itself, they're getting what the blue team cannot possibly get in order to get the bounty right there. They're gonna secure the Baron. And I think at this rate, they should probably end the game right here. But look at the Trundle and Azir, they're just not gonna stop. They want to keep going on it.
Yeah, Trundle has been able to steal Vix away from them, but there's the Zenith Blade. King Demon is now in some trouble here. Going to be stunned up, has to flash over the wall, flash to follow, but no, trust me, Temtem, no one saw that one. Senna ultimate coming across, going to keep them alive for just a little bit longer, but not going to be able to save them. Hellblaze is going down. Rengoku coming through with the flame breathing. Going to be able to finish up that kill, and now they're just going to march down this mid lane. They've got a wave. They've got 2 dead. They've got the number advantages. I think this is the end of the game.
25 minutes. This might be the quickest game. I don't know what the other games are might be like for times, but this might be the quickest. This
is the quickest game of the series. Temtem looking for Marty. I'm scared going to be able to become legendary. 12-0-2. Temtem now looking for Zark. Leo the Ravager underneath the turret trying to save as best they can, but not going to be able to do it this time. Zark is going to be the next to follow up here. That's going to be Solar Flare coming down. Arisen Valkyrie taken underneath the turret goes down. Rengoku now underneath the turret as well. Going to go down. That's 2 members of it, but I don't think they're going to be able to stop them this time. Zark has to flash away. Another kill for the Cassiopeia as now they're just wailing on the Nexus. They're just going to end the game. GG's 3-1. Banana Brawlers comes out with a big ol' W. That's going to be the game. That's going to be the match. That's going to be the finals of your Ishtal bracket. Banana Brawlers comes out huge.
So I'm assuming the Banana Brawlers have won this, and they come out huge as like a huge. I can't. My mind has officially shut down. They have absolutely carried on that game in style as a style esports, but they did it in a way it was very quick, it was very efficient, and I thought that healing drafts would actually work against a CC comp draft, but because they have managed to prove that Cassiopeia looks like Temtem is their star player. That with the mid damage that you could possibly play on Cassiopeia, they have underestimated how to like target on whoever deems is the most devastating. And I think that it kind of rotates. It was either the mid, then the ADC, then back to the mid. Along with the support managed to get every shot taken and going aggressive and taking that to the win. That's so huge for Banana Brawlers right there.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Banana Brawlers, whenever it was a little shaky at the beginning, but even in the game that they lost to ZMG Venom, it was so close. It came down to the wire. The difference between those 2 teams was very little, and then Banana Brawlers just comes through with these very quick matches. Game 2 was 24 minutes, I think, and then this one was 23. Like, they are a very, very good team. And if you're looking to go up against the Banana Brawlers in season 13, you're gonna have to watch your back because these guys really, really strong for sure.
Especially the mid laner. I would have to say GG MVP, like the most player of this game here, player of the series, should go to either Temtem or Case. Because how much of not the damage itself, but how much they'd like to go aggressive, how much they'd like to take the opportunity, especially the ball, especially the support. Can't see the name right there. Arisen Valkyrie getting those perfect surfing ults to secure those team fights and win a comeback against the game 3 of ZMG. That was absolutely beautiful. And now this game, getting the Leona dive in along with Ashe just poking with the R, that beautiful old combo from them two, getting the win on a team fight with Cassiopeia getting themselves getting him or her, I can't really tell, I'm sorry, 13-0, clean, Mr. Mr. Clean cut with the 3-item power spike of Saras. It is Saras, yes, and Leandries. That is huge for every Cassiopeia player.
Yeah, for sure. But that's going to do it from us here. Thank you all so much for tuning in. From myself, the entire live broadcast crew, Juicy Kim, my co-caster for that last game there, really coming in clutch, helped me out, resting my voice for even just a little bit. Thank you all so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, press that follow button. We got League of Legends action for you to watch nearly every single day. And if you're feeling generous, press that subscribe button. It's September, it's 20% off, and it definitely helps us keep the lights on here at Style Esports. But from everyone here, thank you all so much for tuning in, and we'll see you at the next match. Bye-bye.